Hi, have you ever been in a situation where you couldn't remember the word you wanted? Don't worry, it happens to everyone, even native speakers. And in a speaking exam, when you're maybe nervous and stressed, it can be even worse. So here are 4 things you can do to communicate when you don't know or can't remember a word in English. The first technique is to find a more general word or explain the word. For example, if you can't remember the word surgeon, you could say doctor. Or if you can't remember the word kitten, you could say baby cat. Describing the purpose of an item in a sentence can also be useful. If you don't know the word scissors, you could say they are used to cut paper, or they are used for cutting paper. This works best for nouns. For nouns and adjectives, you can use synonyms. Synonyms are simply 2 words that mean the same or have a very similar meaning. For example, clever is a synonym for intelligent, and stone is a synonym for rock. Antonyms are opposite words. You can often describe an adjective using the opposite adjective. If you can't remember the word old, you could say not young, for example. One more technique to use when you can't remember a word is approximations. You can say, it's like a house, or it's kind of a house with only 1 floor when you're trying to describe a bungalow. Remember, you can always use more than one of these language techniques at once. So, if you can't remember the word for an office block, you could say, it's a kind of tall building where people go to work at desks. For more tips on learning English and preparing for your exam, subscribe to our channel and visit the Learn English Teens website, where you will find loads more learning material to help you improve your English.